Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nikram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. President Ali says citizens could see new cash grants before Christmas if the PPC is re-elected on September 1st. President Ali has pledged full support for a 10-year-old boy injured in a domestic dispute that left both his parents dead. Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken is urging citizens to keep the peace and exercise respect as nation prepares for general and regional elections. And Devon Galid, once known as the Grapes Man, is now growing dragon fruit. Citizens could expect a fresh round of cash grants before year-end if the People's Progressive Party Civic, PPC, is re-elected to government come September 1st. President Ali told a gathering of supporters at Eccles on the east bank of Demerara that they could receive the money in time for the holidays rather than next year.
And I heard PMU told them next year is the next grant. If they behave themselves, they get it this year.
The president said citizens could expect a beautiful Christmas and an enjoyable holiday season once the party returns to government. The PP government had early this year distributed cash grants of $100,000 to citizens 18 years and older. According to Prime Minister Mark Phillips, over 630,000 citizens were beneficiaries of the grant, which cost the state more than $60 billion. With no additional information, it is unclear the amount of money the government would give during the distribution period. A Partnership for National Unity took its campaign to Maikoni with promises of development in agriculture, housing, education, and infrastructure. Presidential candidate Orby Norton told supporters the party has several plans that will benefit citizens, especially in agriculture.
We're saying to you that we believe there are enough resources in this country that can be utilized to promote agriculture and ensure that people in the communities develop. We're saying to you that you could look forward to a national livestock development plan.
He said the livestock plan will help improve the livelihoods of farmers in the community.
We will provide the support that is needed. Many of you might be old enough to remember that years ago we used to have agricultural assistants coming around and helping you in agriculture. We're saying to you, we are going to return agricultural assistance to the system to be able to help poor people who are involved in agriculture.
Norton added that reviving agriculture in the area is key to community development. He also outlined wider manifesto pledges, including raising the minimum wage and a 35% salary increase for public servants, which he said will be supported by Ghana's oil revenues. Ghana is among 5 Latin American and Caribbean nations removed from United Nations hunger map, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization's 2025 State of Food Security and Nutrition Report. Chile, Costa Rica, Uruguay, and Brazil also achieved the milestone, credited to strong policies in agriculture, health, education, and social protection. The report shows the region leading global progress against hunger. Undernourishment dropped to just over 5% in 2024, down from more than 6% 4 years earlier. Food insecurity also saw the steepest global decline. Worldwide, hunger also fell slightly from 8.5% to 8.2%. But the FAO warns the picture is uneven. Some countries reduce hunger but continue to face malnutrition, stunting, and obesity. The region still has 141 million obese adults and 4 million overweight children under 5. President Dr. Irfan Ali has pledged government support for the 10-year-old child injured in yesterday's domestic abuse tragedy on Charlotte Street, Georgetown. The boy was shot by his father, Alroy Solomon, who killed his estranged wife, Atia Solomon, before taking his own life. Speaking at an Eccles rally last night, President Ali said he visited the hospitalized child to offer strength and assured him that he will have the support needed to cope with the loss of his parents.
I had the opportunity to tell him that we are standing with him as a country and that he can count on us as a people to stand with him for the rest of his life.
The president told the gathering that the case reflects wider challenges of broken families, violence, and societal failures, urging citizens to become each other's keepers.
The challenges of societal failures, the challenges of community failures requires each one of us to make a stronger commitment to doing better. Each one of us making a stronger commitment to making a difference. And each one of us making a stronger commitment to be a better friend, a better neighbor, a better parent, a better family. When we stay silent in the pain of others and do nothing in the pain of others, we never can tell where that pain would lead.
As Guyanese, the president said we must do better and work harder to secure a prosperous and dynamic country, where families find joy living together, where children experience the love and protection of their parents, who live to inherit the honor of grateful children. When we return, a call for calm ahead of elections. The Attorney General flags potential threats to the vote, and a deadly crash on the east bank of Demerara.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back. With just 5 days before Guyanese head to the polls, Commissioner of Police Clifton Higgins is urging citizens to keep the peace and exercise respect as the nation prepares for general and regional elections. In a recorded statement issued today, he re-emphasized the Ghana Police Force's commitment to ensuring security across the country.
This is an important moment for our country, a time for all of us to show the world that Guyana is a peaceful, respectful, and a united nation. Guyana Police Force is responsible for internal security and is fully prepared for the elections. Police officers and ranks will be present in all 10 of the administrative regions and, by extension, the 12 administrative regions of the Guyana Police Force. Not to interfere, but to protect your constitutional rights to participate peacefully and safely.
Higgins further reminded that the role of the GPF is to maintain order, and citizens can participate in the process without fear or disruption.
The force is trained, prepared, and committed to treating everyone fairly. Now, let it be clearly understood. Any attempt to create disorder, intimidate others, or break the law will be dealt with swiftly and decisively. We have confidence in the people of Guyana. In recent years, we've made real strides as a nation in building a safer, a more orderly society. Let's protect that progress.
The Commissioner of Police also urged citizens to show courtesy amongst each other, speak with care, be prideful, and show respect before, during, and after the elections. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anand Lal has written to international observers and the Ghana Police Force, raising concerns about statements made by opposition figures suggesting they may not accept the outcome of the upcoming elections. He shared this information during his weekly Issues in the News program on Tuesday.
In fact, Azruddin is quoted in Corriverton last week to have said to his supporters that he will win the elections, or that his party will win the elections, that they will win Region 7, they will win Region 8, or they have already won Region 7, they have already won Region 8, and they will win Region 6. And if the results are apparently different, they will not accept it. APNU leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton, said similar words to that effect. That if the PPP rigged the elections, he will not accept the results.
The Attorney General warned that those statements are not casual remarks, but serious threats to democracy. He stressed that history shows the PPP has never been credibly accused of electoral malpractice, while pointing to what he described as the opposition's long history of attempting to rig elections, including as recently as 2020.
The record of this country will show and the history of this country will establish beyond a shadow of doubt that the PPP has never even been accused of credibly being accused of electoral malpractices or any form of rigging. The PPP has been the victim of rigging, and the record of this country documents that. The public substantiated record of this country substantiates that. The international community can confirm that. And the PNC has had a long history of not only rigging elections, but attempting to rig elections. And the attempt was as late, or the attempts were as late as 2020.
Nanal said he has reported the matter to international observers as well as the police commissioner and called for swift action where necessary, knowing that the rule of law must prevail as Ghana prepares for December 1st polls. A 64-year-old man was killed early this morning after his car collided with a lorry at the intersection of Heroes Highway and Mocha Access Road on the east bank of Demerara. Police said Charles Richards of Sandy Bob Street, Kitty, died at the scene when his car failed to stop at a sign and was struck by a southbound lorry around 5:30 a.m. The lorry driver, 29-year-old Arif Hanif of Cove and John, East Coast, Demerara, was unharmed. He underwent a breathalyzer test which showed no alcohol in his system and remains in police custody, assisting with the investigation. Richard's body was taken to Memorial Gardens Funeral Home for storage, pending a post-mortem examination. Ghana's education system is showing signs of resilience, with this year's CSEC mathematics results reflect an impact of a targeted intervention program. After a sharp drop in 2024 when the national pass rate fell to just 27%, Ghana rebounded in 2025, recording a 5% increase to 32%. That means roughly 600 more students passed compared to last year. By contrast, the regional CSEC mathematics average rose only slightly, from 36 to 38.5%. Education officials say Ghana's improvement shows how focused strategies can accelerate recovery in a subject long seen as one of the toughest. The turnaround was driven by extended class time, morning lessons, CSEC-style daily questions, nationwide diagnostics tests, access to mock exams, online practice, and video lessons. Monitors ensured curriculum delivery, while teachers received support to address student weaknesses. Schools saw dramatic gains. Hope Secondary jumped from 18 to 64%, North Rumville from 41 to 72%, and Baijabal Secondary from 43 to 77%. Skeldon High, which had no passes in 2024, rose to 40%. Education officials say the result proved that with proper support, students can bridge learning gaps left by the pandemic. When we come back, a Berbice farmer turns to dragon fruit. New skills open doors for dozens of graduates, and the junior Lady Jags are honored for their strong run in the Caribbean Football Union Series.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
You're watching Night News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. A Berbice farmer has turned hardship into opportunity, investing in dragon fruit after losing his grape farm. At just 16 years old, Devon Galid of Glasgow Housing Scheme, Region 6, began his journey in farming and beekeeping. Now at 45, he's widely known as the Grapes Man, a title earned for pioneering grape cultivation in Berbice, an unusual venture at the time. But his thriving grape farm was eventually destroyed. Cows, drought, and fires wiped out more than 2,000 plants, along with apple trees he had nurtured. Despite the loss, Gilead pressed on. He shifted his focus to a new crop, gaining global attention: dragon fruit.
To be honest, I feel discouraged because you start from everything, you get everything in a space like at night, everything just vanished away. It was so disturbing because you invest millions behind it. I know you have to find back the money, because sometimes borrow money for startup. Now you got to pay back the money you borrow. On top of it, I mean, you got no investment coming in. It was so hard and so frustrated, but I so happen I can't give up. Once you start, you got to continue going on. So I decided that I'm going to go into dragon fruit.
Today, he has invested over $5 million in 1,000 self-pollinating dragon fruit plants. Unlike traditional crops, they demand careful management.
I drill down 3 feet down the ground, put down the poles. You gotta compost, because normally dragon fruit is growing with a lot of compost. So you gotta put compost around the root, put the plant around the post. You gotta strap it up to grow up. I gotta paint each and every one of them in white. So I have to prune it because the plant cactus is very young still. You gotta prune it, take out them shoot. You gotta pull out grass around it. It's a great lot of work. And you know that today you really get people working the farmers, so at the farm you gotta do the work yourself.
He credits much of his success to researching farming methods in countries with climates similar to Guyana.
Most of it go on the internet. Most of it go on the like website. I got like places like Kenya that have climate was in South America here. So we what to be able how they do the planting, and I try and practice the same thing.
In as little as 5 to 6 months, the dragon fruit plants he has nurtured should begin to bear fruit, and Gilead is confident that his hard work will be rewarded. 46 men and women are now certified in electrical and plumbing skills after completing the City and Guild's basic electrical installation and plumbing courses. The internationally recognized certificates open doors to new careers in high-demand technical fields. The retraining was offered through the Women's Innovation and Investment Network in partnership with Nations, Inc. Of the graduates, 21 completed electrical installation course, 14 women and 7 men, while 25 earned certification in plumbing, including 10 women and 15 men. The graduation was held at the Ghana Women's Leadership Institute, where Human Services Minister Dr. Vinay Prasad praised the milestone and encouraged more women to join non-traditional sectors like construction. Graduate Dan Kumari Prasad, who completed the electrical program along with her 2 sons, called it a proud family moment.
Also a proud moment because I have my 2 sons here with me, and they would have also completed electrical training, the other one completed the plumbing training. I feel really overwhelmed and happy because of having an international certificate. All 3 of us having an international certificate.
My name is Daniel Prasad, and I've just completed the electrical installation course. I've just completed with my mother and also my brother. It's a very proud moment for all of us.
Similarly, graduate Daphne Taylor, who obtained a certificate in the basic electrical installation, and her daughter, who secured a certificate in basic plumbing, were ecstatic about their achievement.
Today I must say that I am happy to complete a course that I had no knowledge of. And I am a proud mother because I could be able to stand right beside my daughter to say I have completed this course and I am happy for this certificate, and I wouldn't stop here and I'll keep going.
My name is Carmen Perchin. I'm grateful to start this course, especially being alongside my mother. And I was so glad that I didn't even, well, I don't know little plumbing, but I'm so glad that I could get a certificate to continue more down the field.
WIN, which trained more than 500 women last year, says it will expand opportunities in 2025 to break barriers and build sustainable futures across Guyana. In sports, the junior Lady Jags were warmly welcomed home with an award ceremony at the National Training Center, attended by parents, coaches, and Guyana Football Federation officials. The under-14 squad impressed in the Caribbean Football Union Girls Challenge Series, going unbeaten in the group stage before falling to French Guyana in a semi-final penalty shootout. GFF General Secretary Pushparga Chattopadhyay hailed the players' commitment and spirit, calling the performance a major milestone for women's football in Guyana. He also expressed hope many will graduate to the senior national team. Richard Dimanobrega of Blue Water Shipping added his congratulations, reaffirming the company's support for women's football through youth sponsorships. The celebration highlighted not only the Jags' success, but also the importance of building clear pathways for young female footballers to shine internationally. England fast bowler Mark Wood is aiming to return for Durham next month as he works toward full fitness for the winter's Ashes in Australia. The 35-year-old has not played since February after knee surgery following an injury at the Champions Trophy in Pakistan. Wood has hoped to feature in the fifth test against India but suffered a setback when his knee swelled up after a bowling session at Lord's. He has since been left out of England's upcoming white ball squads, with selectors prioritizing his recovery. Speaking on the Stick to Cricket podcast, Wood said his focus is managing his fitness and being ready for the Ashes. Durham's September County Championship matches against Essex, Worcestershire, and Yorkshire could mark his comeback. Still ahead, Venezuela responds to U.S. warship buildup. FEMA staff suspended after criticizing President Trump, and dozens wounded in a deadly raid on Gaza Old City. Welcome back. Venezuela responds to a growing U.S. naval presence in the Caribbean. The Bolivarian Republic has announced new military measures, including a major drone deployment and expanded naval patrols. According to the country's defense minister, Vladimir Pedrino, the move is in direct response to a growing U.S. military presence offshore. The Pentagon began its naval buildup last week, sending 3 warships toward Venezuela. The operation has since expanded to include a missile cruiser, a nuclear submarine, and more than 4,000 personnel, including 2,200 Marines. Washington says the mission is aimed at disrupting Latin American drug cartels, but the escalation comes as U.S. accuses President Nicolas Maduro of leading the Cartel de los Soles and being involved in cocaine trafficking. The Trump administration has doubled its reward for Maduro's capture to $50 million and is offering $25 million for Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello. Maduro has rejected the charges, claiming them politically motivated attempts to destabilize his government. The U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency has suspended several employees who signed an open letter criticizing President Donald Trump's overhaul of the Disaster Response Agency. According to CBS News, more than 20 staff were placed on administrative leave after warning that funding cuts, leadership gaps, and political interference could lead to another catastrophe like Hurricane Katrina. The letter, signed by nearly 200 employees, many anonymously, demanded protection from politically motivated firings and interference from the Department of Homeland Security. A FEMA spokesperson defended the suspensions, saying the agency's duty is to disaster survivors, not to protecting broken systems. The rule comes as the U.S. faces a busy hurricane season following deadly floods in Texas and wildfires in Los Angeles. Finally, this evening, dozens of Palestinians have been injured in an Israeli military raid on the city of Nablus in the northern occupied West Bank. Medical sources say at least 80 people were wounded, several by live fire. The Palestine Red Crescent confirmed it treated 36 people, many suffering from tear gas inhalation. The raid began around 3 a.m. with Israeli soldiers storming several neighborhoods of the old city. Witnesses reported snipers and military vehicles deployed, while residents said some homes and shops were turned into military posts. Al Jazeera verified video showing troops firing tear gas and arresting a child, as protesters threw stones during chase and run clashes. Israeli security forces seized about 1.5 million shekels, which is $447,000, from money exchange centers during the raid, Israeli police said. Local Palestinian officials estimate up to 2,000 Israeli soldiers took part in the raid, which described as a show of force with no justification. The West Bank has seen escalating violence since Israel's war on Gaza began, with nearly 1,000 Palestinians killed by Israeli forces and settlers over the past year. Included in this number are hundreds of journalists, including 5 who died in a double-tap strike on Sunday. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nikram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.